And just like that, we're back. Welcome back, everybody. If I missed you in the first show about summer wells, I apologize. I try to go through and tell everybody hi or grab them in the comments. So this is round two. Who's up for round two? Diane's up for round two. She said, I love this channel, hoping everyone has a great day. You too, Diane. There's our friend Lauren. She's been quite the early bird. In the last show, she said, what am I going to do for the next 20 minutes? And I'm still waiting to hear what she did up until the show started. Angel P, Big T, Misty Dew. Hello, Amanda. Fun to ski. Two Boston moms. Uli girl. Real quick, don't forget. I have. Well, I forgot, didn't I? I have the link pinned, so it is an open panel. If you want to come up, discuss your thought on the insane case of Kylie Rodney. Just me just got back from shopping. Uli, how'd it go at the doctor today, hun? Uli's back. Sky Blue Moon, love it. Love that name. Crafty 159, how you doing? Let me see. It would help if I don't scroll the wrong way. JPL's in the house. JPL's in the house. She might be making a trip to Truckee tomorrow. Adventures with Purpose is going to be there. Obviously, huge news. I hear Dog the Bounty Hunter is thinking of getting involved. And of course, besides a hell of rumors, there is also a HellCat that has been floating around for a couple days that is up for grabs if someone tells what they know about the disappearance of Kylie Rodney. Who wants a HellCat? Preschool Granny, she is a HellCat. Let's see here. Hello, Avi. How you doing? Lisa Irwin. There's Rockin' Robin. The hell? Missed a comment. I'm sorry. I will get it together. Nene. Jay Woody. Beck B. Royal Blue. We got some new names in here. Don't forget to hit the sub button. Give it a like. Help me out all you can with that nasty algorithm. Jakey5, Yennefer, be a shiner, not a whiner. Bamagal, what's up? Boomer Sooner, Bamagal. So anyway, I hope everyone's having a great afternoon. Got to catch the early show. I saw Teddy Bear in there. Teddy Bear, Pink Butterfly was in there. Jay Butter said, no HellCat, just Kylie. And that's what a lot of people are saying. You shouldn't need a HellCat to talk. But I will say, I agree. It is a really good incentive to get one of the kids, hopefully, to maybe cave to the peer pressure. You know what I mean? Because not only are you going to get a HellCat, but Ryan Upchurch is going to deliver it to you. So you're going to tell everybody, Upchurch brought me his HellCat. It's his. You know, I told him what I know about Kylie. At this point, I don't think it's going to happen. You know, Ryan Upchurch might just want to go ahead and, renew his auto insurance for the next 6 months. I'm not quite sure anyone's going to take him up on it. I will put the ad up real quick. Hang on. I think it's great incentive and it gets a lot of buzz going. But anyway, there it is. Whoever comes forward and tells what happened to Kylie Rodney, I'll give you my HellCat. You got to be the first one, though. Can't split the car, if you know what I mean. I'll even deliver it to your house. Think I'm playing? Try me. Who knows something? Then he gives the number. All you got to do is call. All you got to do is call. I think it's a great incentive and definitely keeps the word out there, if you know what I mean. If you know what I mean. So, of course, I said tons of rumors. Sure, you guys have heard a lot of them. Reddit is lit the F up. Woo! Kylie could be anywhere. Placer County Facebook page. the official page for Placer County Sheriff, has a lot of people with good intentions trying to help out. They're putting things in there like, I can't believe you haven't looked in Mexico. Have you found a connection between Kylie Rodney and Summer Wells? These are real comments that are made on that Facebook page. Just me, it is very sad. It is very sad. And for those of you that are new here, we cover tons of different cases. And there's never any right answer, if you know what I mean. We have great discussions here, make great friends. At the end of the day, we're still friends, even if we don't agree on someone else's opinion on the case. The one thing in every one of these cases is when we're trying to figure it out, we're using our logical mind. But the logical is not the probable, because whoever is responsible, and it still could be an accident. She could have had an accident. There was a couple that was coming back from Reno the same night. They went off the road. It could still be an accident. But if it's not an accident, the logical will not be probable, because somebody's covering up a crime. Someone is covering up a crime. So let's see. I have the link pinned up there if anybody wants to come up and talk. I got Big T backstage. I put Big T in the corner. I did not mean to do that. Big T, I promise I didn't forget you. I was already getting into comments and getting in my groove.
Baby, this is your panel and you run the show.
Welcome to the couch. How's your afternoon going?
Wonderful. Excellent. I do have something to say about Ryan Upchurch too.
I was just getting ready to ask you, my little HellCat, what do you think? I mean, that's quite an offer. He said, try me. He's not going to put it out there and not do it. Try me. The first call, obviously, he hasn't had to deliver a HellCat yet. That kind of scares me. But the first one, he said, try me.
Yeah. Well, he just got brand new tires for that HellCat. And he stated, you have to give information to where she is, and she has to be found. So you can't just call up and say, blah, 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 and I want my HellCat. Because not only is he given that HellCat to bring that girl home, he's also putting in $75,000.
I did not know about the $75,000, but good job using common sense there. I wouldn't think that just because somebody called the tip line, he was going to start driving from Nashville to Truckee, California. I think most of us assumed that it would have to lead to the recovery of Kylie, but I'm glad that got cleared up. Ricky Beavers is backstage. Let's introduce him. We've never talked to him before. Nice to meet you, Ricky.
Thank you for having me. Appreciate being up here.
Hey, Ricky.
How you doing? Who we got there?
We got Big T and we got me. So what do you think? What do you make about this case? We got a lot to go through.
Oh, you ain't a kid. No, I'm just tripping out how things is expired here as far as with this little young lady. I think, I really believe in my heart she's still alive. Good possibility she could be in Mexico.
Mm-hmm.
And there was a girl and her dad was driving, and they was, playing game with the people's license plates and stuff. And that's how they recognized her license plate. And she asked her dad, she remembered seeing it, and he said yes. And it was her license plate because it had 127 on the end of it. I remember them talking about that. And what's so strange about this is about her missing her car, missing both. So
that's what I can't get over. It's one thing if you can't find a person, but the whole car is gone.
Right.
It's that's definitely insane.
Well, the people that are coming down to what is that called? Purpose.
Adventures,
Yeah.
adventures with
Yes.
purpose.
Yeah. Good people, man. I follow them a lot.
Jared.
They're going to come
Yeah.
down. They're supposed to come down Friday and check the waters, but I don't. If they find that car in there, it would surprise me. Like I said, I just think that, and I don't think there was a lot of people involved. I think there's 2 or 3 people involved, and I don't think this girl Sammy knows anything, and I don't think her boyfriend really knows anything. Everybody's just drawing straws. That's all we're doing. We're just giving our inputs and stuff, and only God above knows what happened to this girl.
Right, but we're gonna discuss it because it is bizarre for sure.
Yes, it is. I agree to that, and it's just a shame. I think people that does stuff like this need to be taken down to the square and hung. Myself in front of all kinds of people, let them see it. Maybe it put a stop to all this garbage.
Let me ask you this, and you don't have to tell me if you don't want an address or anything. Do you live local to the area? Are you familiar with the area?
No, I live in Kentucky.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm in Kentucky, but I've been following this case, the Summer Wells case since day one, and the Milo cases, and it's just all this is just overwhelming to me. I didn't realize that all this stuff going on in the world that, since YouTube's came along and had the creators and how much stuff it just really occurs. I guess a lot of this been going on for a long time, was just now that we're YouTuber, YouTube's out like it is now, and we're learning more about things that probably has been going on a long, long time. We just never heard about.
Yeah, because with social media, that's changed news coverage for sure. Because it gets reported by real people what's really going on, whereas on the news we get like a 2, maybe minute sound clip that doesn't give us the whole picture.
Right, and I've got to be honest with you about stuff. I don't have no offense. This is just me, in my opinion only. I don't have a lot of faith in the news these days, like not like before. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I just don't know what to believe.
Yeah.
No, unless they're reporting what law enforcement said and they have a clip of them actually talking. No, I have more faith in Huey Lewis in the news than the actual news anymore.
There you go. Now you're talking.
That's ridiculous.
Right. And hey, hon, by the way, I want you to know I'm totally blind.
Well, God bless you. What happened?
No, that's okay. Yeah, I've been blind for a long time. I'm a singer and songwriter and stuff, and I got my own website and stuff like that. I'm on 148 different outlets. But when I was born, I was premature and they gave me too much oxygen. I sort of lost my sight. So I used to be able to see before. I've been blind for like 47 years, 48, something like that. But
and you're a musician. Do you have a channel or anything?
Yes, I got rickybeavers.com. I'd like everybody to check it out. I like to have a place where I can take in children that don't have parents, and then they can come there and stay. And I like to have a lot of different things they can do and get up. It takes a village of people to get it done, but that's what I'm shooting for. Because I'm all about our children, growing up, our future. And I'm all about everybody. I want to love everybody. Last me the ones that don't, the other ones going to be missing out. I walk by faith, not by sight. But it is rickybeavers.com, and you can subscribe to my YouTube channel over there. I'm getting ready to start cooking on TikTok, and where people can come see how blind people cook. I know how to cook and all that. The only thing I can't do is drive a car.
Well, I'm going to go check that. I'm actually was writing it down when you were talking. We're definitely going to check that out.
And I want everyone else to do this too, because this ain't really, I took care of my mom 7 years. She had dementia. I don't know if you're familiar with that or not, but that was a wild adventure. I could have been depressed, got negative on that situation, but I refused to do that. I refused to turn that negative into a positive.
Well, it looks to me like you have. You're quite an inspiration to me, and I my hat's off to you, my friend. Thank you for sharing that with us and for coming up and saying hi and introducing yourself.
Yes. And hey, y'all listen. Let's all pray for this young lady and pray for Summer Wells. Pray for these people that are missing. You know, I heard something the other day that kind of bothered me. I don't know if you heard it or not, but
What?
have you ever heard them taking children and taking their eyeballs out, and draining their blood out, and doing something with their organs and all that? I heard a lady, I don't know whose channel that was. I listened to it a couple of days ago, and she was showing different pictures showing that, you know, Summer Wells pictures, and saying this picture isn't her. There's different children there. And that kind of devastated me because I've never heard anything like that. But then I
Well,
talked to other people.
really, really careful about, you know, what you listen to, especially if there's no facts attached to it. You know what I mean?
Yes.
You know, you got
But
to
that's
be.
the reason I wanted to ask you about it.
No. I just, you know, we agree to disagree on here. And I mean,
No, I understand that. I want to
there's
get your
tons-
input on that. That's what I
there's
was going to ask you that.
Oh yeah, I'm answering. There's always tons of rumors. I'm not trying to be disrespectful or anything. It's just there's just tons and tons of rumors, and just try to keep it, you know, as close to what law enforcement is reporting to us. And
Right.
in the case of Kylie Rodney, they haven't mentioned anything like that or even alluded to it.
Right. I know that. Like I said, from what they said, that her car wasn't very far from Mexico when they seen that car. So
Yeah,
I
but
say that.
nobody has verified that, so we can't put that rumor out there.
Well,
they're looking for her car.
Oh, okay. Well, see, the girl said that her and her dad. She talked to her dad and said her dad said that was the license plate they did see.
Okay, well, law enforcement has not put any briefing out like that. Nothing on their Twitter, nothing on their Facebook. So I don't want a report like that coming saying, hey, over on CL, they said it was verified. It was not. That is just a rumor. Just a rumor, my friend.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Rumor mill is running 24/7 in this.
Okay. All right. Then let's discard that, because I thought it was stamped, that it was proven. I didn't know.
No, you got to always, I mean, it's hard to discern with social media and with so much all over the internet. It's really hard to discern what's true and what's not. I mean, law enforcement, they're asking about the car. They're asking about the car. They wouldn't be asking about the car if verified, then it's, you know, in another country or in Arizona.
Right. Now, what do you think? Do you think she's alive?
You know what? I hope all of the missing children are alive. I always keep hope up. As days go on,
God bless you for that.
It becomes less likely that we have to be a realist.
Right.
But Ricky, I appreciate you coming up.
Thank you so much for having me.
Check out your website and your music. God bless you.
Okay. Hope you enjoy.
Will do. All right. Yeah, I don't have any verification of anything like that. But like I said, when I opened the show, I said there's hella rumors and there's a HellCat. So take your pick. What do you want today? So I'm going to go through, what was I going to say? There's so many elephants in the room. I don't know which one to pick first.
I'm going to start with Mom.
Nope.
Okay. Sammy?
Nope. Hang on. Can't take that call either. I don't know what's going on. Let me see. Just give me a second. I promise there's a method to the madness. Here we go. All right. So our friend Emma over at Crime Stories Obsessed has been doing some digging.
Yeah.
And she came across a picture and she posted it. Now, this looks like Sammy, Mags, and Kylie. It is. It was posted in July by Kate. You know, the girl that said they made creme brulee that day. Now, I understand that creme brulee is a code for something else. So anyway, she has it up. Kylie looks underwhelmed. Mags looks like Courtney Love, and Sammy doesn't know how to focus for a selfie. For some reason, this picture was never, I understand it's not from the night of the party, but Kylie is wearing one of the hoodies mentioned by law enforcement, the white hoodie with the pink writing. You can see it. And it wasn't For some reason, this didn't ring a bell with anyone that was there. Mags, Sammy, Kate posted it and given to law enforcement. Emma, our friend at Crime Stories Obsessed, came across it. So then this was posted. Someone posted it on Placer County Facebook, and they said, do you know how the person who posted the photo got it? Because this is obviously interesting. She's got the hoodie on. No, but it's not from that night. It's not from that night. Not from that night. I can't make that any more clear. So anyway, Emma posted to them, I've tried to message you, Sheriff, but it states could not send. She's in another country. It's not that they're not doing their job or anything. She said, I was looking at Kate's Instagram page and she had this photo. I thought it was odd she did not show you. Me too, Emma. Me too. I think it's also odd that Sammy didn't say anything about it. Sammy didn't mention the hoodie, even though Sammy's the one that knows everything about everything that was going on that night. She failed to mention that hoodie, and she's in a picture with Kylie in that hoodie. Emma says, as I know you were talking about it, I was the one that posted it on Facebook. It was taken on July 18th. So does anybody find that odd that they have a picture of Kylie in the hoodie, not from the night of the party, and that they didn't think to say, well, to even mention that she had that hoodie on that night? They knew about the hoodie. She'd worn it before. What do you think, Big T?
What I think is when I look at that picture, what I see is Sammy taking control, and there is a fair distance. Now, if she would have turned back and said, you know, here's your phone back, and Kylie's on the other side of the table. They're not sitting together. When teenagers take pictures together, they're in a group. They're snuggled and hugged up. These guys are just separated. So why was it important for that picture to be taken?
I don't know. I mean, the spacing is odd. And now I'm looking, is that Sammy or is that Kate? It looks like Sammy to me.
It is it's Sammy, and it is Mags.
Okay, and Kylie, obviously.
And Kylie, yeah.
So like part of the face is cut off. The Courtney Love lookalike is just killing me. She just could not be more bored. I don't, you know, it's not telling what someone in this picture is not telling what they know. We know for a fact because in this picture, yes, Kylie has root beer. In this picture, Kylie has got on the hoodie, one of the hoodies that law enforcement mentioned. This was like, I say a news break. It was an update we got. What's today? Today is Thursday. Several days ago, it has now come to our attention that Kylie was wearing this hoodie that night. They knew about that hoodie. They'd seen her in it. She had it on that night. Why did they not mention it? 10-minute Mags, I guess, wouldn't know because she made an appearance and left. Sammy knows everything. Don't forget, Sammy knows everything. Sammy knows it all. Yep. Here it is. This is what Sammy told us right off the bat. I had the last call to her. I was the last person pretty much who knows what's happening. Emma knows more than you, Sammy. She found the picture. Why didn't you say, oh, I knew about that hoodie? She had it on. You know it's her hoodie. She wore it when you guys had lunch that day.
Mm-hmm. Yep. It is an important picture because of the hoodie. And I don't know, it kind of discards the other hoodie. So I don't know. That's crazy.
Well, now they said she had both hoodies on, not at the same time. Not at the same time. Is that Sammy in the picture? Because like I said, it's cut off. I don't need everybody coming to me going, oh my God, that's not Sammy. Oh my God,
yeah.
that's not Sammy. You're
I
slandering.
got you. Yeah.
You're slandering.
No, I got you back on that. They're going to have to come through me before they get to you. That is Sammy.
Uh-oh. All right. So here, okay, so we knew about this hoodie, but she also had on the white hoodie. We just saw that. Give me a second. All right. Placer County says, if you're keeping up with our posts and pressers, we're trying. Okay. I'm trying. I feel like I'm swimming upstream with this case. You know that Kylie was loaned the black hoodie on August 5th. Okay. Party night. Today, we learned there was a video of Kylie at the party wearing the white sweatshirt, hoping this can lead to more info about where Kylie may have gone after the party. If it's important to the police, take a note. Take a note. Sammy, for the next crime that you are involved in, that you insert yourself into, jot this down. If law enforcement says something's important, like, and what was she wearing? What did she have on? Oh, well, I know she had this belt on and a sticker of a bull on the back of her car and a sex wax sticker on her phone. But the two hoodies, here we go.
And the britches.
We didn't mention that. We didn't mention that. We didn't mention
okay.
We didn't mention that. And we didn't mention the white hoodie. We didn't mention that. Do you find that odd, Big T, that she knows all? She knows she's the one that knows everything that was happening, but the two wardrobe changes she missed. And
maybe it was Sammy's wardrobe.
No. The white hoodie belongs to Kylie, and
That's right. That's true.
Black hoodie, I believe, is another friend's. I don't know who the other friend is. That would be one thing Sammy is not involved in. These are not her clothes. That'd be one thing, Big T, that you've uncovered Sammy's not involved in this case. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No. You're fine. No, I was just thinking, yes. Kylie is a very thin girl. There's nothing wrong with being thin. It's just the way her body works. So at her age, she is very small. And it scares me that they're out and she needs a hoodie because she's going to be cold.
Well, she brought her white hoodie, is what I'm going to assume. I don't know that for a fact. But as you can see, the white hoodie is hers. She brought the white hoodie because she knows it's going to get cold. I mean, you can see right here. Look, there's the party picture. A bunch of kids have long sleeves on and hoodies. You see right there? Are you looking? Everybody? Everybody? Kylie has on her white hoodie. All right. And then sometime throughout the night, the white hoodie, maybe from the fight, it had blood on it. I don't know. Something happened to it. Maybe she got sick. Maybe somebody.
That would make sense. Yeah.
Somebody spilled a drink on it. I don't know. Because then she would change into the black hoodie. I could be wrong. That's just what makes sense to me. But like I said, in these cases, what makes sense sometimes didn't happen. That's just my thought, though. That's just
right. So this is what I would like to know.
Please.
Whose hoodie is the dark one? Whose is it?
It's another one of her friends. I mean, her mom said that hoodie belongs to another friend. It's not, from what I understand, it's not Sammy's. It's not 10 Minute Mags, a.k.a. Courtney Love. It's not Cream Brulee's. Jagger wasn't anywhere around. That wouldn't be Jagger's anyway, I don't think. She said,
he was 4 hours away. Oh, did you hear what I said?
Yep.
Yeah, Jagger was
not there.
4 hours. Yeah.
Jagger was not there, my friend. Jagger was not there.
Nowhere near it.
Nope, Jagger was not there. Not Jagger, you're off the hook for that one, buddy. It wasn't your hoodie.
But he sure got around.
Was not your hoodie. And Olga, you're right. Allegedly. Like I said, we're having a discussion here. And that's just what makes sense to me. That Kylie, when she got cold, would put on the hoodie that she owns and has worn before. And then maybe it got dirty. I don't know. And then she puts on the black hoodie. Or it could be the other way around. She could be like, hey, can I borrow your hoodie? Because it looks cuter with my green dicky pants or something like that. And puts it on. And then something happens to the friend's hoodie, or the friend says, hey, I'm getting ready to leave. I want that hoodie back. And then she puts her white one on. I don't know. She had two different hoodies on. And Sammy, who knows everything about the night, does not mention a white hoodie when she's seen her in it before. And she had it on that night. Why are we leaving out details like that? Why? When law enforcement's asking for them. They're asking for them. No, they didn't come out specifically say, hey, if anybody knows what she was wearing, let me know. They want to know everything. They want to know everything. So the other night, Kylie's mom and stepdad were on, let me look. I believe it's Headline News. So I've been going through this clip. Again, we're just going to have a discussion. I'm not saying anything about anyone's parenting or anything like that. Whatever you guys think, light the chat up. Like I said, open it. It doesn't matter. But I want to go through what they said real quick. Hang on. Mark T, she sure remembers every drink she took. Oh, she damn sure does. She didn't miss that. She didn't. No, she makes sure to let us know that, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
With the support of my community, my family, my friends, my faith, my hope. Parents of a missing California teenager desperate for information about their daughter Kylie, last seen at an outdoor high school party. What her mom tells me about the last time she heard from her daughter.
All new episodes of Forensic Files 2, tonight at 10 on HLN.
Hey, real quick, do I have an echo? Anybody? Anybody hear an echo?
I don't.
Okay.
Developing story, the latest on the search for 16-year-old Kylie Rodney, missing for more than a week now. Kylie was last seen at an end-of-summer high school outdoor party at a campground in the small Northern California town of Truckee. Police say they have logged more than 3,000 man-hours looking for Kylie, using helicopters, dive teams too, and her high school friends are also on the front lines of this search. The FBI is involved as well. This is the last known image of Kylie taken at a store in Truckee just after 6 p.m. before she attended that party. Kylie's parents, along with authorities, are pleading with those at the party. It grew larger than they initially thought, close to 300 people, to come forward with any information you have. Hundreds of people gathered yesterday to honor Kylie with music. Her friends and family say playing instruments was her passion.
It's not just people coming together to have a party. It's because we are connected to her musically, and we're playing her songs, and we are playing things that we hope she can hear so she knows that we're going to find her.
She was always singing in the car, singing all the time, singing everything. I know she liked to play the guitar a lot. She knew a lot of instruments.
And this is Kylie playing guitar when she was younger with her grandfather. And her mom tells me Kylie was always good about checking in with her and letting her know she was okay. The last time she heard from her daughter was at the party when Kylie texted her mom and said she was getting ready to leave.
The very last text that I got from her was at 11:30, the night of the party, saying that she was planning on leaving in about 45 minutes and would be heading home one of the reasons even that she had sent that text then is because we had originally planned and agreed upon a 12:30 curfew for the night. And so leaving at 12:15 would have put her home at about 12:45 instead. And she is so good at always reaching out and checking in.
Okay, my heart breaks for mom. My heart breaks for mom. My question is, I didn't do a show yesterday. I had a lot of stuff going on. Day before, when we spoke about the disappearance of Kylie Rodney, I said, according to Sammy's not going away anytime soon. I realize that Sammy hasn't said anything in a week, but she said plenty up until she went radio silent. Okay? Those statements are not going to go away. She said that Kylie was so wasted, that Sammy couldn't dare risk her life by getting a ride home from Kylie, which you should never ride home with a drunk. You obviously, if someone's drunk, you shouldn't let them drive home. She said, well, she's a smart girl. She would have figured it out. What I was saying, why, hang on. What out of their mind? We're not talking tipsy, okay? We're not talking the person giggling a little too loud. Out of her mind, wasted, forget it. Doesn't even know her name, all right? But she makes sure to tell her mom she's going to be a little bit late. On my way home, I'm going to be a little bit late. Do you guys think, just a discussion here, nothing's been said by law enforcement, do you think that Kylie sent that text? Just a discussion. Oh, hang on. I got Big T muted. I didn't mean to do that. Big T.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Do you think Kylie sent that text?
If she was blasted, she couldn't see the alphabet to type.
Okay. Yep. That's what I was thinking too. Not to mention, I'm going to be a little bit late.
Mm-hmm.
Right? So, but you're blasted out of your mind. You're going to be a lot late. You're going to sleep over. You're going to camp. You're going to continue partying. You're going to continue partying. More than likely, I'm going to be a little bit late. I'm really hoping at some point mom starts questioning who really sent me that text.
I would like to hear from mom of what is her verbiage of how she says things.
Yeah, hang on. I think she says that. Hang on. And then we have AV backstage. I'm going to bring her up. AV, don't go anywhere. I'll bring you up in just 1 second.
That she did that just to let me know that she was just planning on being 15 minutes late.
And you said,
okay, 15. She was going to be 15 minutes late. We know that she wasn't 15 minutes late because she's still missing. All right. So mom obviously goes back to, she's not worried about it. All right. Mom goes back to sleep and then realizes the next morning she's not there. Again, we're having a discussion. I have a feeling mom really wishes that she had made sure she got home. All right. You guys can kill me later for that because time is of the essence. It's very, very important. And had mom realized, whoa, it's 12:30 now. It's 12:45. It's 1 o'clock. It's 1:30. She's not texting me back. She's not answering. It would have been a totally different story. And somebody would have been busted really fast. You got to feel really bad for the mom on that because you know that she is kicking her own ass right now going, yeah, that's Kylie's stepdad.
Yeah. But you can't predict the future. And
No,
I think
it's going to happen.
Yeah, and
you're right.
Their relationship was really open. And so if Kylie was running a little bit late, her mom probably would have thought, well, maybe she hung around and got caught up. Somebody grabbed her and started yakking or whatever. And then, that's why, she's late. But this is way late.
Well, and also I wonder what would be the excuse. I'm just having fun. I lost track of time. Tiny Dancer, I don't think Kylie was wasted at all. I have a hard time believing that as well, especially to the degree that we're hearing. Remember, the craziest drugs the planet has to offer were at that party. They were there.
Not only that, she's 16 years old and she has graduated. She's that intelligent.
Yeah.
I don't know kids that intelligent that involve themselves in craziness right off the bat because their mind track is somewhere else.
I don't know how adventurous, Kylie is. I have no idea. I just have a hard time believing that she gets to the party sometime in this party. So we're looking at about maybe, I'm going to say 2 hours. Okay. She gets there about 10:30, between 10 and 10:30. Mm-hmm. She goes off grid at 12:33 a.m. So in 2 hours, something happened to where she had to change into a different hoodie. And that she decides she's going to be late. She texts her mom, something's going on in this, I'm going to say roughly 2 hours, that Sammy won't take a ride from her. I'm sure Kylie was begging her, please let me take you home, Sammy. Please let me give you a ride home. I'd love to do a favor tonight. Sammy, no, she's too drunk. 12:15, she texts her mom. Now, with Gabby Petito, her mother said she didn't question it at the time. Hindsight's 2020 wasn't the way really Gabby talks. And of course, by then she had put together she couldn't have been where Brian sent the text from anyway. Mm-hmm. So that's my question. Do you guys think, some have answered, some haven't, that Kylie even sent that text? Let me bring Avi up and see what she thinks. She's not getting to answer because she's sitting backstage. Hello, Avi. Nice to meet you finally.
Hi there. Can you all hear me?
You bet.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I want to speak to a very personal experience that my husband and I just had recently.
Okay.
These kids, they're going to cover, they're going to hide, they're drinking, they don't want to get into any trouble. And I'm going to be kind of vague about what I say because I don't know if somebody might be listening.
Yeah, you got to be really careful talking about anything in your personal life.
Yes. So someone very close to me went to a pool party, underage, should not have been drinking. The majority of the people at this pool party were not old enough to drink. However, there were drinks. And this person very close to me somehow hit her head.
Oh,
now
what happened? She jumping in the pool or what happened?
Oh, so see, that's the question. Nobody knows anything. Hit her head. And then she was speaking gibberish. She wasn't making any sense. So it was 3:00 in the morning before anybody was notified that she had hit her head and she was concussed. And do you know, everybody was just like, oh, she's going to be okay. She's going to be okay. She's going to be fine. Finally, thank God, somebody drove her to the hospital. Everybody else bailed. They're like, I don't have anything to do with this. I'm underage. Even her significant other that loves her so much even bailed on her because she didn't want to get caught for underage drinking. So as soon as this Kylie story came out, I was like, oh my gosh, like we literally experienced something so similar to this less than 2 months ago. Those kids were not going to even call 911. I mean, what if she had fallen into the pool and lost her life? Then what would those kids have done? They sure enough wasn't going to call anybody. Finally, somebody took her to the hospital. Thank God for that person is all I have to say, because there's no telling what would have happened.
And I see exactly what you're saying, and I see where you're going with it. Something happened at that party. Okay, something happened at that party.
I believe from whenever Sammy said it was the last time, her timeline gets real sketchy whenever she's talking.
Sammy doesn't have a timeline. That's why law enforcement says the official timeline is 6:08 p.m. to 12:33 a.m. Yet we have all this extra and fluff and icing. I mean, you know, and they're like, nah, here's the timeline. We're still working on the middle.
Yeah, and I don't know. I mean, it's a good question. Did Kylie really send her mother that text message, or did something happen to Kylie at that time and everybody's like, oh shit, you know, oh God, she was supposed to be home at this time. Text her mother this. Where's her phone? Text her mother this. You know what I mean? Like, what happened?
Yeah, especially in, like I said, like 2 short hours. You know,
Right.
they're at a party. There's a lot going on. Lots of kids and stuff like that. Now, this doesn't have so many kids in it. You know, that's the turnout that, you know, Sammy took a picture of through her windshield. You see trash everywhere. I mean, I have a question as to why any parent, but a few parents, went out to this site at 4:30 a.m. 4:30, not the next afternoon, and cleaned all this mess up. What the hell's going on? Why around 12:30 was there all of these kids that left at once and her phone goes off grid at 12:33? Who sent that text at 12:15?
Right. Exactly. And I mean,
so messed up and go missing in a short period of time. Why did we have to change out of one hoodie into another? And why did the girl who knows everything not report that she had that hoodie on? And then she's in a picture with her wearing said hoodie from less than a month ago.
You know, it's the red herring thing. Everybody's like, oh no, don't look over here. Look over here. No, she was wearing a bodysuit. That tank top definitely wasn't hers. It was a bodysuit. I know, because I was looking at her crotch whenever they were popping squats. Like, how do you know? It's just such a specific detail, right?
Very odd, the details that Sammy decided to bless us with, isn't it?
But that's what I wanted to bring to the conversation, because, and I know a lot of people think that, but we just literally experienced something like that. And thank God everything is okay. I mean, thank God, but that was so scary. And I'm like, there's 20, 30 people at this party that have no business being there and doing that.
It turns out it's confirmed it really did, because I doubted it for days. I'm like, what? Really? 250, 300? We don't have any pictures of it. Law enforcement, I don't think they're going to release any more pictures for quite a while. But it did blow up to a big party. It really did get really big. So out of all those people,
it's just so sketchy. I just feel I feel like it's more so of an accident, and you know, they just don't want to come forward because, you know, I'm not going to ruin my scholarship. I'm not going to ruin my life. I'm not going to be put in, you know, I'm too young for that. You know, I just wonder, did something happen and they were just like, oh, we got to cover this up, you know, because I don't know. We just went through something. I had a personal experience. I wanted to share it with y'all. I mean,
no, it makes sense. Like, I mean, I think the very first show I did about this, I said, this reminds me of Michaela Jones. This is a party. Yeah. Something very, very bad happened to her, and 2 guys covered it up. They torched her phone. They took a hammer to it. Mm. Her mother is still fighting like hell to get justice. Still.
So sad.
I'm going to get back to this clip real quick. I about lost my train of thought. It happens often.
Sorry. My bad.
Not your fault. Trust me, not your fault.
Be careful, like all moms do. And
okay, so she said she tells her to be careful. I'm going to back this up. Do you guys mind?
Nope.
Not at all.
One of the reasons even that she had sent that text then is because we had originally planned and agreed upon a 12:30 curfew for the night. And so leaving at 12:15 would have put her home at about 12:45 instead. And she is. So
Does anyone think that at the party, she made it clear what time she had to be home? Hence
No.
why the text was sent. If it wasn't from Kylie, somebody was well aware that she had a curfew. That's the only reason that a perfect somebody at the party besides Kylie would send it, that she had made it known that she had a curfew. They didn't want her mom looking for her.
So good at always reaching out and checking in, that she did that just to let me know that she was just planning on being 15 minutes late.
And you said be careful, like all moms do.
Okay, 15 minutes late. We know it was way longer than that. So
Now, are they staying at the cabin that's only 12 minutes away?
12 miles.
I'm sorry, miles.
What do you mean? They own the lodge. The stepdad and her mom
Okay.
own the lodge. I don't know where this is being broadcast from. They could be in one of the campers around the site or whatever. I don't know.
Okay.
No, but I mean, if Kylie texts her mom at 12:15 and they had decided on 12:30, I'm saying if, with quotes, if that was Kylie, and I'll be in 15 minutes. Okay, her mom obviously went to sleep and didn't check to see if she got there. She'll live with that the rest of her life. There's nothing we can do about it now. So that would put her home around 12:45. So mom realizes when she wakes up, Kylie's not home. I'm just wondering, I don't even have to wonder, if Kylie didn't send that text, then somebody knew she had a curfew and made sure to send that text. I'm going to be a little late. It was stupid to put a time in there in case mom did stay up. My mind's going everywhere right now, guys. Help me.
And how did she respond?
She said, "I will, Mama. I love you."
Just ahead, you will hear more from Kylie's mom and stepdad who you just saw. They say, of course, the main goal is to find their daughter. And they say they find solace in the many friends that are on the
Big treat. Hello, Mr. Upchurch.
Oh, hello. I didn't know I was up here yet.
No, how are you doing?
Good. How are you?
You were next in line. Hey,
Y'all doing okay today?
You've been doing? Yeah. Thanks for all the work you've been doing. And the HellCat idea is awesome. Thank you.
Thank you, sweetie.
So what are your thoughts on all of this?
I am focused on the Ronnie character.
Tell me all about it, because I know this is a very serious subject, but I have been laughing my ass off at your videos. You've caught him dead to nuts, my friend.
Dude, I mean, that's the thing. He mentions way too many things that correlate exactly with what is going on. Him existing fills the 2-hour gap. It's a reason for the white and pink hoodie, because everyone's like, why are they looking for these hoodies? Because these are hoodies that possibly because I know that a lot of people seen the hoodie and was like, oh, thought girl hoodie. No, I mean, I can totally see a teenage guy wearing that hoodie, right? So the other day when Mel had the Ronnie character on his show, he said a lot of things that I picked up on. I was like, that's a little weird. Well, as soon as I yelled at that guy, it caused a domino effect. And that domino effect being that if Ronnie is a mental shield or a character to point people in a different direction, then people will still protect that character, even though that character is suspect. So when I did that, I had this random kid call me late at night. Well, I just let him talk and talk and talk and talk, which I posted. And he mentions things like, he said, He said, I live in a 2-story. He's like, that wasn't me. I live in a 2-story house. That's irrelevant. But the guy on Ickmail said, hang on a minute. I need to go downstairs for privacy. Okay. So there's one thing. Two things. He said on Ickmail's channel, the Ronnie guy said he had cousins in Roseville. Okay. So I told the kid his phone pinged somewhere else. He said, that's not possible. I live in Roseville. There's another thing. This kid slips up and says, I don't know if you can pull videos up. It's 2 minutes long. It's really, or I can send, if you, do you have a private thing? I could send you this video real quick so you can watch it. It's 1 minute and 3 seconds.
Yeah, or you can share it up here, or you can email it to me at cll72020@gmail.com.
Okay. Oh, I'm so sorry.
You're okay.
Let me.
C as in Charlie.
So I'm still. So hang on one second. Sorry, I was getting the file pulled up. I have a lot of stuff on here. Some stuff I haven't shared.
So fast, people are like, now hang on, what'd you say?
Here we go. But anyway, he puts himself there. And the thing is what people are like, oh, well, that's dumb. Sometimes the smallest thing leads to people finding people, like all the time. Well, the other day when because the Ronnie guy is painted as a urban African American who has like Mercedes and all this other stuff, right? That's the picture that's painted of him. The kid, when he's talking to me.
Do you think maybe he stole that image and used it as a profile picture?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, because the thing is if you're a kid and you're a white kid who lives in the woods that dips and stuff and you're dumb, you're going to paint the picture of the opposite person. And here's where he messed up. Ronnie has to go downstairs, right? Okay. Well, this kid lives in a 2-story house. Yesterday, I dip. I heard a noise in Ronnie's call. And the call was, so if I dip a lot, which I do, if I'm going somewhere else, I'm taking my dip with me. Or I'm checking to see how much is left in here. If it's a little bit, I'm going to stick it in my mouth and put the can down. If you listen to his phone call with Ickmail the first time, he says, hang on, let me go downstairs for privacy. And then you hear, that's somebody putting a dip can down. I'm sorry, but the majority of African-American males do not chew tobacco.
Oh.
That's why I said it's a white kid. So in the phone call with me that I shared, he's sitting in the phone. He showed me his face. He's like, you don't believe? No, I'm not a guy named Ronnie. He showed me his face and he's going, spitting dip out, like the little pieces of dip.
Oh, hell.
I was like, that's you, bro. That is you. And it fills the window of time. It also, Sammy said she got a ride from somebody, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She got a ride from somebody, rode with someone to get rid of the phone. It was possibly him. That puts her there. She said, oh, I'm riding back with her and this, that, and the other. And then she's like, oh, well, I got a ride from somebody else. Why would you do that, right? Well, if she came there with him to get rid of the phone, that's why. Second off, if you notice in her interview, she says, I don't know anything about any tracks or anything. When she's talking about the car, that's because there is no car tracks there. The car never made it there, which is why she questioned it. Dumb kids.
That is a really good catch. Now, what do you make of Sammy? Because she inserted herself neck deep. She jumped right in the deep end from the beginning, and too many things.
Just like Ronnie.
Just just happened to call in.
Mm-hmm.
She mentions some things she fails to mention, which are important things.
Oh yeah. Oh wait, which part? Sorry.
Well, the white hoodie.
Exactly.
Did you see what Emma's been putting around? I just had it up. I mean, that's definitely Kylie in the white hoodie.
Yep. You know why? Because they were hanging out with the guy that was on the phone with me. That's why she didn't tell you about it, because it's his hoodie. It's a guy hoodie. She got cold. You got a hoodie? Yep. Look at the other girls. They got a hoodie on too.
And that was posted, I think Emma said July 18th.
That is at an outside mall somewhere. Where is that?
Does anybody know what restaurant this is at?
I can find out super easy. I'm going to do it when I get off here. I'm going to look that up. Let me see. I'm going to take a picture of that.
Okay.
Because, see, that's what messed the kid up. The kid was like, because when I looked his phone up, he said, my name's Milo. Well, that's because his last name is Miloslav, as far as I know.
All right.
Okay. That's from talking to a local where he's from. They said he's not that good of a dude. He will do anything for money. He don't give a, which is why I think it's simple. I know a lot of people are like, oh, well, it could be human trafficking. There's a possibility, but I think there's more of a possibility that some crazy wild kids that want to be cool done something, somebody overdosed, and somebody had to clean it up.
Right.
Which is another weird thing. When I looked his phone up, he told me his name and where he lived. That ain't where it went to. It went to Sacramento. And when I Google imaged it, it was a 2016 Google image. And when I scrolled in on it, it looks like Ronnie, which lets me know that he got that and made it a fake page, which is why the fake Ronnie says he hasn't partied since 2016.
Oh, he's on the wagon?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So, I mean, looks like a zebra and walks like a zebra. Most time it's a zebra.
That's how they say it. That's how they say it. I just think it's odd that, Sammy doesn't mention this picture and Kate posts it.
Oh yeah. Oh, for sure. Because, and if you listen to the call, you see how she said Kate posted it? The kid in the call, he told me, he's like, that's why last week everyone was focusing on Kate and then Meg. And I'm like, do you know, are they doing it on purpose? Because that's what it sounds like. Not only that, that's the only way her car can legit go missing from the party and no one know, is if they left somewhere else and went there as an alibi. Reason being, why? Now they may exist, but I have not seen one picture of that party that is 300 people.
No.
And you know why that is?
Why?
Because it is a local hangout spot for kids who don't really party. So they went there to get rid of the phone. The dude drives her there. Meg's probably riding with them. It's probably her boyfriend or someone that's associated with Meg. They rode there, which is why them two are pushing so hard. Okay. And if you look at Meg and Sammy and you take Kylie out of the picture, they have to paint the picture that she was drunk. How'd Ronnie know she was drunk? Ronnie wasn't there. That's because Ronnie is this guy on my phone.
Not just drunk, my friend. Not just drunk, Mr. Upchurch. Out of her mind. Saint Sammy would never bless Kylie's ass, her ass in her seat, because she was so drunk. But she would figure it out to get her own ride home, correct?
Mm-hmm. Right.
I mean, beyond drunk. And this party was Woodstock 2022.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You name the drug. It was at this party, according to them.
100%. And the reason, to my point about the party, there was kids hanging out there, but why do you think no one's seen Kylie? No one's seen anyone, only these ones, because that's where they showed up. That was their alibi. Couple pictures. That's why there's no pictures. And the reason that no one knows, no one seen anything, is because no one was there. It was like 20 people that didn't know them. That's why there's no pictures of them. Who the heck's going to take a picture of somebody they don't know?
Well, this is what Sammy, I'm sure you've seen all of this a million times. I just think it's odd. This is what Sammy offered up as the wild party.
I don't see anyone drinking.
No.
And look, these people all the way to the left have no idea who these other people over to the right are. They're like, what is going on? Why is everybody pulling in here right now?
That's the throwdown. That's the throwdown, my friend. This is law enforcement. There definitely was not hundreds of videos. photos. We have been transparent with the public from the beginning, and we need the public to trust us to do our job, but we still need the community's help in gathering that information, because everybody's yelling, there's got to be more videos. There's all these people. There's got to be. They said there definitely was not. There's not.
Oh, yeah.
We're not hiding anything from you. There's nothing there.
Nothing. I made a video. Yeah, I put the video out. It's not, I made a video. I put the video out where the kid was like, call me. I recorded it on here. You could hear everything. He is Ronnie. He pretty much tells you he's Ronnie. And that's the thing. If these kids are trying to paint the picture of some older guy there who had all these drugs, come on, bro. You are painting a black guy with rims and stuff. Like, what are you doing? Like, it's very obvious. And then in my phone call, he goes, I don't even live around black people. It's like, why are you saying that? Why are you saying that? You are going the extra mile to make sure everyone knows that you are not this guy, but it definitely was that guy.
Well, then who are the two cousins?
Exactly.
Kids keep throwing in all this extra. Most of us, I'm a lot older than them. I mean, I not only have been around the block, I built the damn thing. So nothing they have said has made sense from the beginning.
Girl, your boy got kitchen tattoos. They ain't fooling me. I've been around too much shit.
Two cousins and the text at 12:15. Do you think, speculation, guys, it's just discussion. Do you think Kylie sent that text, blasted out of her mind, doing the responsible thing at 12:15 to say that she was going to be a little bit late?
Oh, you asking me?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you were asking your chat. That's why I was being quiet. No, I think all the texts are fake I think the call to Jagger was real, or the text to Jagger was real. Mm-hmm. I think the text after that was not. I think everything after that was fake. Which is why if you look at Fox, they said that the last scene, it says last scene, Sacramento. That's where the phone pings the kid that called me. That's where it says he lives. And I said, well, your phone says you live there. And he's like, no. I live here. That was him revealing where he actually lives. And he does not want people to go to Sacramento. Don't you think it's weird the cops went down there, started going that way? Remember when Sammy said, oh, we was on 89. Where the hell was you going?
Where were you going, Sammy?
To Roseville, buddy?
Mm-hmm. Where, to visit your cousins?
Exactly. And honestly, I'm gonna be real. You guys have to explain this to me. I'm new to this side of YouTube, but do a lot of these true crime people, did they get on here just to drag? Some of them get on here to drag stuff out like really far for money or something?
I couldn't really tell you how it works because I have to sleep at night.
Gotcha.
So I can't do the.
I just don't know how some of these. Oh, sorry.
Oh, no. I'm usually, I try to keep it to like hour and a half. Hey, you can hang out all night though, my friend.
I'll appreciate it. Thank you.
No, I don't.
See, I just don't understand. There's something really bizarre about, I mean, it could be nothing. I mean, looking at the Ictamel dude, no offense to him, but, he doesn't have shitty tattoos and hasn't, really been through some shit in his life. It doesn't look like, but I don't understand why he doesn't think that it's Ronnie. Every time I mention the Ronnie guy, he's like, no. Like, what is that about? I don't get that.
Who else could it be, though?
No one. That's why I'm like, why is he doing that? This is very weird.
Who else could it be? I mean, all the arrows point.
Yeah. And dude, he's a smart guy. Why did he say that he knows for a fact the Ronnie guy is real? That he hasn't showed his face. He hasn't even showed his hand. He hasn't showed anything.
Poor old Ronnie doesn't understand that, in the true crime community, when we get together and discuss these cases, and we don't really talk about other creators here. I don't care who you bring up or whatever. I'm going to be honest. I'm not the cool kid at the table. I don't really know any of them.
You don't have to. I don't know them either.
I really don't. I don't. I mean, these
I know
guys.
Zav, that's it.
But I'd say around here in this community, we say, and Ronnie probably needs to hear this, that coincidence when it comes to court time is evidence.
Oh yeah.
And when it's all pointing to Ronnie and his fake cousins and his hoodie that we've got pictures of Kylie in, he might have a problem, my friend.
Yep. What Ave said. She said, "I loved when you asked him how Sammy feels." See, that's the thing. That's what these people don't understand. Like, and honestly, I have to understand that sometimes too. Like, sometimes I get irritated with people like Ickmel, and I'm like, dude, how do you not know that? But I have to also think that I've been programmed by people who work for the government. Like, I've been around them for 7 years of my life. For the last 7 years of my life, I've been with them every day of my life. So my skill set is not the same as theirs, but I know a lot of the stuff, and a lot of the stuff how to trick people and stuff. I mean that's why on my YouTube channel, the whole last call was me literally tricking him, and I'm just sitting there while he tells me stuff. Like, and for me to, you know, I can't really get mad at him for not seeing stuff, but some things are like, dude, come on. How do you not know this is the same guy? And what was this piece of evidence that I was hearing about where somebody said something about a basement in Florida?
They also said that Kylie has become like a surrogate mother to Summer Wells. Okay, you're going to hear all kinds of crazy rumors. That's the reason. No. That's some Reddit talk. No.
Oh, okay. I'm about to say, I don't think that's it. I don't think that's it.
No, you're going to hear insane rumors, and you're just like, yeah, but law enforcement, it's not on their Twitter. There's nothing on their official Facebook page. So no. That's why when I opened the show, I said, we got hella rumors and a HellCat. So what do we want?
Dude, exactly. And see, I'm not throwing human trafficking all the way off, but reading enough about human trafficking and having friends that do live in California that are like, yo, this shit's getting bad. They're not gonna they wouldn't have just taken Kylie. They would, if it was a party. I mean, what the heck? Like, hello.
And they wouldn't have texted her mom to give her a heads up she wasn't coming home.
Not only that, they wouldn't have cared about the car neither, because guess what? That's more to get rid of.
You've talked to Ronnie. Do you think he's smart enough to put together any sort of trafficking?
Ronnie's an idiot.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Who the heck is this?
Sammy, all Sammy does is open mouth, insert foot.
Hey, this actually might be the. Hang on one second.
Sure.
Hello. Oh. Hello. No. Sorry. Thought that was an investigator.
Okay. Do you see Sammy, who basically has just had a lot of, she's full of shit. Do you see being able to organize anything like human trafficking? Ronnie?
They're having trouble covering up their friend that OD'd.
She's actually she's like a new friend to Kylie, but she was organizing searches and stuff like that. She said, if it's not on our website, their Facebook page or whatever, then it's not official. And then eventually law enforcement's like, no, there's only one team, and Scooby-Doo and the gang are not part of it.
Exactly. I'm telling you. I mean, what I think right now is I think the cops know who they're looking for.
Uh-huh.
I think they're looking for them. That's why they switched, or that's why you're seeing them switch over. They're about to start snatching people up and throwing them in interrogation rooms. Watch.
And I think Ronnie would piss himself.
Oh, Ronnie thinks he's not going to get caught, but they're already, I can guarantee they're already watching Ronnie.
Cassie said, if you slow down video of Ronnie driving, you see his white knee and leg.
Exactly. Whoever caught that, you're slick.
These people, let me tell you, this community is good. You're not getting away with nothing around here.
No.
No, you're not.
Dude, there's too many people who people here like doing it. People that are doing it also like doing it, but it comes a time where there's a time cap where they're tired of doing it. So people come here because they like doing it. So when they are doing it, they like it every time. So that's why a lot of shit's caught by people that do this.
Oh yeah, I mean it's good to go and talk about these crazy rumors, or you don't know what you're talking about. You haven't been following the case. It's like, I'm on here right now talking to you about this. I just literally played a press conference by law enforcement. This is them talking, not me.
Yeah. But they don't want anyone else to talk with some sense. Like, they don't want a lot of these true crime creators that they want the craziest thing. And a lot of the times these crazy theories and stuff, they mess stuff up. Like, if you get everybody saying something bogus just because it's like some crazy Illuminati theory, then sometimes it's bad. I mean, because the case doesn't get to get drug out that long either.
Well, and also I don't think some people, they really do have good intentions, believe it or not. I don't think they realize when they call in these crazy tips, it has to be investigated either way. Even if it's like, yeah, we checked up on it, it's nothing. It still takes time. And it's time. She's missing.
Exactly. That is so true.
This is not a game. That's why I'm so pissed at Sammy. This is not a game. Your friend is missing. And what about the fact that she's so emotionless?
Dude, right? It's more like a, don't you believe me? Don't you believe? I mean, come on. You seen her at the thing when she was standing out there talking and she like didn't know what to say. And she goes, yeah, woo. That was the most awkward. That was so uncomfortable.
Well, look at this. I mean, the glare of death.
Oh my God. She's wondering who's watching her right there.
She's the mean girl, my friend. Hoops are her thing. Okay.
Oh, that's what it was. I'm sorry. Where's it at? If you want to, you can. This is 1 minute and 3 seconds long. It's on my YouTube. It's the last video. It's called Another Example on Why Ronnie and Milo Are the Same Person. And it's two very key, small things. But when you hear two different people saying both these things, you're like, oh my God. Whoa.
Okay, hang on. I see odd phone call from a Truckee local.
That's the main one that has been blowing up because that's the night he called me. The one above it is some stuff Ronnie said and some stuff Milo said, and it's so crazy. You can watch it if you want to.
I have officially busted. Oh yeah, we're gonna put it up. Red flag Ronnie #2. Well, where's it at?
Oh, it's another example on why Ronnie and Milo are the same person. Click videos.
Yeah, I'm on videos. Oh, there it is. Okay, hang on. Whew. Hang on, guys.
And it might be kind of loud because it's in my one piece of it's in my bathroom because I just thought about it as I was in the bathroom.
And yes, guys, you heard it here. I have permission to play this.
Indeed, she does.
It's the small.
That's a smile.
If you hear an echo, let me know.
Okay.
Shit you gotta look for, okay? You true crime people who are like, you're doomed. You're gonna learn from me, motherfucker. I've been waiting to see if anybody would notice this all day. They didn't. So here, look at this. This is how you know Ronnie Jones and this fucking Milo dude are the same person. Once again, they're the same person.
Hey, thank you for reaching out.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Give me 1 second. I'm going downstairs so I can talk privately.
I live in Roseville, and I live in a 2-story house.
So I had two cousins. They go to Sierra College, and that's in Roseville.
I just checked, and my phone pinged in Roseville. Ryan, are you trying to switch some shit up on me or what? Because I thought you were on. I'm so confused. I thought
on my side.
Other sides.
Almost said.
You thought it was on the same side. You thought, who the fuck? I'm a fucking famous singer, dude. You're some sketchy fucker. Anyways, true crime people, if anybody wants to go on a panel, holla at your boy.
And now I'm here.
It's the small shit you gotta look for, okay? You true crime people who are like, you're doomed. You're gonna learn from me,
It says I'm going
motherfucker. I've been waiting to
downstairs.
see if anybody would notice this all day. They didn't.
Watch.
So here, look at this. This is how you know Ronnie Jones and this fucking Milo dude are the same person. Once again, they're the same person.
Yeah, thank you for reaching out.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Give me 1 second. I'm
Sure.
going downstairs so I can talk privately.
2-story house.
I live in Roseville, and I live in a 2-story house.
So
Roseville.
I had two cousins. They go to Sierra College, and that's in Roseville.
I just checked, and my phone pinged in Roseville.
Oh, did it?
See, more extra. We got colleges, cousins. I mean, they even though they're lying, all the extra tells you they're lying.
Yeah. I mean, he literally just said, I have cousins in Roseville. Let me go downstairs so I can talk privately. He said, I live in Roseville. I live in a 2-story house. It's like, why are y'all both random people who are reaching out to people? Because you're the same person, dude.
Right. That girl said, confused about what? A girl named Kylie is missing. Ronnie. They're all confused.
Oh,
no
yeah.
emotion. I mean, it's like on one hand, they're playing police.
Yeah.
And then they're like, oh, all the kids are way too scared to talk. They're way too scared to talk. I don't think that's it at all. We know now that's not it.
Mm-hmm. And then that guy, he ended up getting, this part's not on YouTube, it's on my iPad. He gets mad and he's like, I know where you live. I said, no, you don't. He said, is that your number? I said, no, the number you have goes to Australia. I don't live in Australia. He goes, oh, like, what are you gonna do? Track my number and come find me, motherfucker? No, well, you can if you want to, but it's not gonna be pretty for you.
Oh my! And then he blocked you, correct?
Yeah. And then the phone he has goes to a lady named Danielle. When you look up Danielle, she works at 16 national parks.
What?
Yes. I can show you on my phone right here. Look.
Yeah, let me see.
This is the smaller screenshot. I didn't extend them, but still, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You mean to tell me she works at all these national parks? Hello, why?
Oh my gosh!
Do you know why she works at all these national parks?
Why?
I have no idea, but I know this. That says lives in Sausalito, California, not Sacramento, where his phone went, but it's still in California. Not only that, you can't investigate at a national park. They won't let you dig and all that stuff at a national park because it's a national park. Why do you think so many people go missing in national parks? And then you got this guy. Check this out. So here is the dude that I think, I want to say I know, but I'm going to say I think. This is the guy that I think did it. And look, his page says Milo. The Ronnie Jones guy's page got changed because he freaked out. And when he deleted his name, it went back to the default name. Here's the original one. Look at how many followers. Ready? See that?
Hang on.
All right. It's 666 followers, 803 following, right?
Right, and that's when he had spoofed the profile picture.
Right, but look at this. When he erased everything, he forgot that it uses the first name that you used when you created the Instagram. So when he deleted it, it still said, what does it say? Hang on. Milo. And look, one more person followed him. It's the same person. I don't know how these YouTubers are like, man, you're an idiot. It's like, no, dude, you have to investigate. You guys are not investigating. You're yelling at me for investigating, and I'm showing you the proof.
At the little stuff.
Yeah, they're over there. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what the Ickmel dude's doing, but he's not that bright, dude. Like, and plus, here's another thing. If you're so open to things, Ickmel, why are you not open to it could be him? Well, I have to know why you're doing it. Why are you doing that?
everything points toward he's making himself obvious. That's what I was saying about Sammy last week. And people were like, no, quit. She's a kid. And I had to keep saying, look, I'm not picking on the kids. I'm saying these kids are making themselves too obvious. 10-minute mags. Why would you? Nobody asked you how long you were there, but you volunteer information nobody asked you for. She volunteers.
Bro, that's the real time they were there. 10 minutes.
All of 10 minutes I was there. Nobody asked her how long she was there. She volunteered that information.
She had to make it, oh my Lord, that she had to make it look like she was there a different time than them. She couldn't say they were there the same time.
She said all of the 10 minutes I was there.
Oh, because she couldn't say that she left with Sammy. It has to look like Sammy's still there. Oh my. Oh, they're dumb.
Angel said 10 minutes, I got chills. I did too. When I heard that, I was like, oh, it's not time to start picking on Mags, but nobody asked how long you were there. We're asking about Kylie.
She told the truth. She was there 10 minutes, but guess what? Sammy was there 10 minutes too. That's why there's no pictures. They came there to throw the phone away. Meg was hanging out with this Milo guy. He drove them three there to get rid of the phone. Her car was never there. Kylie's wasn't. Kylie was never there. Just her phone, the Milo guy, and Meg's. That's why Meg said she left 10 minutes early. That's true. She said she left with her boyfriend. If she takes Sammy out of the situation to keep her at the party, she did leave with her boyfriend. There we go.
Round of applause, everybody. Ryan Upchurch.
Holy crap. Oh my gosh. I got to go make a video. We just figured that out on here. I haven't thought of that.
Don't forget 10-minute mags. That's what we call her around here. Everybody
oh my Lord. Oh my gosh. It was so great being on here. I got to go make this video. Can I share this?
By any time.
Thank you, sweetie. Can I share this?
Absolutely.
Boom. Thank you, sweetie.
Thank you.
See ya.
Wow, guys, what a great treat. See, I had a couple people backstage. I'm going to put the link back up. I got to look at this again. Hang on. I'm like more intrigued with old Ronnie than I was before. Hold the phone.
Well, learn from me, motherfucker. I've been waiting to see if anybody would notice this all day. They didn't. So here, look at this. This is how you know Ronnie Jones and this fucking Milo dude are the same person. Once again, they're the same person.
Yeah, thank you for reaching out.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Give me 1 second. I'm
Sure.
going downstairs so I can talk privately.
I live in Roseville, and I live in a 2-story house.
So I had two cousins. They go to Sierra College, and that's in Roseville.
I just checked, and my phone pinged in Roseville. Ryan, are you trying to switch some shit up on me or what? Because I thought you're on. I'm so confused. I thought me and you are on each other's sides.
You thought we was on the same side. You thought, who the fuck? I'm a fucking famous singer, dude. You're some sketchy fucker. Anyways, true crime people, if anybody wants to go on a panel, holler at your boy.
Yeah, I'd say Ronnie's a sketchy character. What do you all think? Sounds like it to me. Cousins. It's a cousin. That's something I used to say as a kid. Oh yeah, my cousin has something like that. No, I don't think so. But guys, I'm going to start shutting this down. We have 2 more shows tomorrow. Make sure you hit that sub button. Give it a like, give it a share, whatever you feel so inclined to do. And we're going to see you back here tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. and again in the afternoon. All right? You guys are the best. You are the best community and the best chat on YouTube. See you tomorrow. Have a great one. Bye-bye.